is one of the most wonderful things in the world.
My gal won't wait for me. I can drink, bubble up, kiss of lemon, kiss of lime, drink.
And now, my friends, a new hit record among my souvenirs, backed with God Bless America by Connie Francis.
White rain shampoo tonight. Tomorrow your hair, sunshine bright.
A new look for you.
I can save you money, here's a tip. So many ways to use me and free.
From kids to dad and mother, the family all approve.
To Dad's delight, the price is right for the newest Easter shoes.
Refinery fresh to your station every day. Higher octane for power, the Oklahoma way. With Oklahoma, I said Oklahoma, the best gasoline you can buy. It's time to wake up. It's time to go. It's time to get rolling. It's time for the show. Keep your eye up high.
Keep your ear to the ground
For the big.
Hey, kid. Don't touch.
If I'd walked out of the showroom right then, none of this would have happened.
You should be in school. Scram.
But I didn't leave. And nothing was the same after that.
How much is this one? This one. About 50 more years on your paper route, Sonny. That's how much.
And that works out too?
3,500. You happy? Beat it.
I presume you'd consider lowering the price if I paid you in cash. The money's legitimate, gentlemen.
You heard it. Keep out of this.
Oh, right. Kid might have murdered his parents, but to Mickey, a sale's a sale. Will you both shut up? You got 5 minutes to explain before I call the cops, kid.
My name is George Devereaux. I'm 15 and I live on the Upper West Side with my parents and my half-brother. This afternoon, my mother returned home a day early from a trip to the shore.
This is Devereaux. We weren't expecting you until tomorrow.
A lady should never do what anyone expects of her, Henry.
My parents' marriage is not what you'd call seamless.
Holy shit. Yep.
My father's a band leader. Normally, he's better dressed than this. His stage name is Dan Devereaux. You might have heard of him. Although his real name is Dan Hamilton, he's from Paris, Texas, not Paris, France. He made a lot of money off a song he wrote called
My one and only.
The Only Thing Louder Than Its Arrangement Is Its Irony. My father is an artist with all the strengths and weaknesses that implies.
Man, too many calls.
Coming.
As much as my father's life relies upon improvisation, my mother's life is guided by a large number of aphorisms. Sayings. Like, for example,
What you do while you're in a room is never as important as how you enter or leave it. Please, don't get up. This isn't what it looks like. Really? Well, what does it look like, child? Danny?
Of course, it's what it looks like, Sherry. My wife's not an idiot, for Christ's sake.
Well, thank you, darling. It's the nicest thing you've said to me all year. Here, let me help you. You know, you really shouldn't wear this color. Makes you look like a tramp. What am I saying? You are a tramp.
Hey, what are you doing with that suitcase?
I'm leaving you.
Oh, Christ, honey. Come on, you know you're not going to leave me.
Never contradict a woman while you're in her underwear. It puts you at a great disadvantage.
I'm sorry. Baby, I am. You know I do these crazy things, but they don't mean anything. No offense, Sherry. Sherry? Oh, come on now, honey. Be realistic. Where would you go? What would you do?
Where's my passport?
Oh, hell, go on then. Meet me. I don't need you around here anyway. All you do is hold me back and spend my money, and everybody knows that.
Well, what a relief for you, then.
Well, what about the boys?
Boys?
Yeah, George, Robbie, the boys, you remember them?
Where are they?
They're at school, Miss Devereaux.
Why?
Going to take them with me.
And do what?
Raise them?
You?
You don't think I'm leaving them here with the likes of you, do you?
Give me a break. You're a lousy mother.
I love my children.
So what? I love my kids, and I'm shit for a father.
Bernice?
Yes, ma'am.
How's he, Mother?
It's not my place to say, Miss Devereaux. If you want to know the gods.
There.
Oh, shit, go on then. Take the damn kids. What do I care?
Later, my mother took my brother and me out of school.
Shit.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Devereaux, but your boys don't attend this school anymore.
Of course they don't. I'm sorry, Mr. Connors. I'm just very upset. They go to
Radford.
Radford. Of course. They go to Radford. Where is Radford?
My brother Robbie was playing Lady Macbeth in the Scottish play.
It is so nice to see that there are still some gentlemen left. Thank you.
He was playing Lady Macbeth?
In Shakespeare's time, all the women's roles were played by men.
Right. I knew that.
That's all the cash there is in here, Mrs. Devereaux.
And all the jewelry.
Of course.
What's in that cloth there? I'll take that too.
Will that be all, Mrs. Devereaux?
That will be all. Thank you. George, darling, I want you to take this money and go and buy us an automobile.
A car? Why? Where's Dad?
First things first. We need a car.
Well, what kind of car?
What kind would you like?
I don't want a car. A Jaguar.
Admirable taste as always, darling. But we need something more practical.
A Chevy?
Perhaps not that practical.
So here I am, and that's the car I want.
It's not as easy as that, son.
Is there a problem, George?
Have a seat, Mrs. Devereaux.
Well, thank you, Fred. May I call you Fred?
By all means.
Well, how much is the car we want?
It's, $3,500, ma'am.
Give it to the nice man, George.
That's not how you do it, Mom.
That's not how you do what?
Your son means that you offer me less than that, and then we bargain.
All right. $1,000. This is so much fun. What?
It's a little low, Mom.
Offer me, say, $2,500.
All right, then. $2,500.
No.
What do you mean, no? You just said offer me $2,500.
I can let you have it for $33, Mrs. Devereaux, but that's as low as I can go.
$2,700.
$32.75.
$29.50, Fred, or we're out of here faster than a cat in a rainstorm.
What about Dad? What does he have to say about all this?
Your father has betrayed us, and I never want to hear his name again.
What about marrying my father again?
Once was an adventure. Twice would be a perversion.
Look, you can't just take a kid away from his father like this. Ask any psychiatrist. A boy needs his father's influence.
That is what the telephone is for.
I'm not going.
Well, who's going to drive the car?
Robbie can drive.
Robbie doesn't have the personality for driving.
I'm too sensitive. You're too full of shit is what you are.
George.
Then you drive it.
It would not be appropriate for me to drive it.
1953, Mom. Women vote now. They smoke. They even go to the bathroom by themselves.